What comes to mind when you think of Penticton? Childhood summers on the beach? Biking the Kettle Valley Rail Trail? Visiting beautiful wineries? Penticton has an amazing hospitality industry, so much so that Lonely Planet even called it Canada's craft beer capital. It's undeniable that Penticton is unique. It's beautifully old school, with a community dedicated to making your visit feel like a homecoming. The history here, both personal and otherwise, runs deep and is begging to be explored. So it's time to revisit, to see what's changed, and maybe more importantly, what hasn't. Welcome to Penticton.
Hello, I'm Taryn Galata. I work with Travel Penticton, and we love bringing tourists here to our beautiful city.
Penticton officially became a city in 1948, and soon after, it cemented its place as one of Western Canada's most popular tourism destinations. By the 1950s and 60s, motels began popping up across town to meet the growing demand from visitors who came for the sun, sand, and scenery. With not one but two beaches, Okanagan Lake to the north and Skaha Lake to the south, Penticton became the perfect summer getaway.
There's so much to do here all the time. Even if you're not an outdoorsy person, there's tons of restaurants, tons of shops and downtown to explore. That's not to mention that we've got over 30 annual festivals and events that we have every year. There's always something going on in Penticton.
Penticton's vibrant downtown is home to the famous Penticton beer blocks, where local breweries line the streets and celebrate the city's reputation as
craft beer capital of Canada.
Naturally, we took full advantage of the city's booming craft scene, and after making the drive from Calgary, a cold beer and some delicious eats were calling our names. Our first stop, located in the historic Cannery Trade Centre, Tin Whistle is Penticton's oldest brewery. Co-owner Alexis gave us a warm welcome and a rundown on the city's craft community and their brewery's goal of sustainability.
In the first week that we bought this business, every brewery in this town came to meet us and brought us beer. Yeah. So that kind of sets the tone as to how welcoming the community is here. We rely on each other a lot. So being disruptive and kind of challenging things is actually welcomed. Yeah. And the reality is, at the end of the day, there's not a week that goes by that we don't get a call from someone saying, I need to clean my kegs, I don't have this bag of grain, I need some hops. Yeah. And the same is true vice versa. Everyone is so welcoming. We wouldn't be here still if it wasn't for the community here. Oh. Everybody has these connections to this historic brand that's been around for so long, and we feel really proud that we've kind of taken it and given it a little new life. We want to continue to brew those historic styles, and because we're 30 this year, it's really given us a chance to bring light, to pull these things out of the archive, but we're not letting that kind of be what defines us anymore. What we're trying to do is, through the small batch system and our small pilots, keep the creative practice going and to continue to push and see where beer can go. There will always be something new on tap. I have so many people that visit us because they look at our tap list and they're like, wow, I have to try that new weird thing. Yeah. Weird, delicious thing, of course. Come for a flight. You'll be surprised and you'll really enjoy yourself. What I always say is, this is a historic fruit cannery space. This is a part of history right here, this building. We only play vinyl. You're gonna rock out to vinyl when you're here. We're gonna have incredible food rolling out of a food truck, and you've gotta try peach cream ale, because we've been making peach cream ale for almost 30 years at this point, and it is the icon of this region. When you support Tin Whistle, you're supporting something bigger. We're a woman-owned business. We are the first carbon-neutral brewery in BC and one of very few in Canada. None of our waste goes to landfill in this entire facility. And we're making award-winning beer out of this facility, and we're being thoughtful about it. So I think that's something people can really feel good about.
Okay, you had me at peach cream ale. Alexis wasn't lying. The beer here is amazing and the food is next level. We grabbed a platter from their on-site food truck, Ben's Appetite, complete with a 10 out of 10 smash burger, crispy wings, melty mozza sticks, and the poutine of all poutines. Later that evening, we made our way down to Skaha Lake. With two beautiful lakes to choose from, it would be a missed opportunity not to have some lakeside dining, and the folks at Dragon Boat Pub clearly agree. Tucked right on the shoreline, this stunning spot feels like it's always been a part of the community, and as assistant manager Justin explains, the locals feel the same way.
Dragon Boat Pub was a name that we kind of thought would be aptly suited just based on what goes on this side of the lake. We actually just had our Dragon Boat Festival. We had about 2,000 dragon boaters competing right at the waters right here, so that happens yearly. We opened up June 7th, 2 years ago. David and Keith had a vision for premier lakeside destination where people could come and relax and unwind, but also still get a really good meal and take the kind of sights in. Since day one, we've always wanted to represent the locals. All the art that's on our walls is all done by and curated by locals. And all of our beer, you know, we really wanted to make sure we represented each one of the local breweries, so every one of them has a tap. We do a lot of elevated pub food, but we try to represent quality first. We try to do as much in-house as possible. You can go into a place and you can get a burger and a beer just about anywhere, but I think what sets us apart is that the real human interaction is a special place. And I think a lot of people, especially the locals in town, they're excited about this place. They bring their friends, they bring their out-of-town guests. They can kind of showcase their city. When you really genuinely care about the interactions you have on a daily and you care about the people you surround yourself with, it's kind of easy to let that bleed into your work. It's truly a home for a lot of people. We want to be a cocktail wine forward bar as well. We have our faves, which is an entire list of our staff's nicknames.
Naturally, we had to sample a few of the staff-inspired cocktails. First up, the Nukes. Their twist on an espresso martini, and honestly, one of our favorite takes on the classic. Then came the Juzzy, the simplified daiquiri made with bamboo rum, fresh lime juice, and simple syrup. Simple, smooth, and seriously good. Full and happy, we watched the sun dip below the horizon before heading back to the hotel to rest up for another epic day ahead. We kicked off the morning at Still Food Bistro, a cozy plant-based cafe just steps from the water. On the table, there are chicken and waffles, plant-based eggs benny, and savory mushroom toast.
It really does look like egg though.
Every bite was a knockout. It was the perfect fuel for the day ahead as we set out to explore more of what Penticton has to offer. Just down the road, Hoodoo Adventures set us up with kayaks to explore Okanagan Lake, which is the perfect way to take in the city from a different perspective.
This area is beautiful. Feels wrong wearing sneakers in sand.
It is wrong. It's also wrong wearing pants while you kayak, but it's a judge-free zone. Power stance, power stance. Finally back on dry land, we had thirsts that needed to be quenched. If only there was a brewery nearby for an après. Cannery Brewing is where passion and hospitality are on full display. With so many stories tied to these local breweries, we were starting to realize why Penticton has earned its reputation as a craft beer destination.
April Fool's Day 2001, we brewed our first batch of beer. Kind of an auspicious start, as my mother always says. We had a fine dining restaurant in Armada for 23 years. My dad and one of our chefs were always home brewing that day. It's probably 5 or 6 years before that, and they thought this might be a fun kind of retirement project for a few years, and here we are 25 years later.
Yeah.
When we started from where we are now, even when we moved to this facility, it was just sort of growler fill, charcuterie, very simple, and now to have a full menu 7 days a week and 12 beers on tap, cocktails, wine, a little bit of everything. So. And it made sense for us because that hospitality comes naturally. So we really wanted to connect with our customers as much as we could. And that's sort of the vibe we have in the Okanagan. You know, I know the guy making my bread, the guy roasting my coffee.
Yeah.
And especially that same guy sitting on the other side of the bar. So we sort of have all ends of the spectrum, something for everybody, from crisp, easy drinking German lagers to barrel-aged imperial stouts and sour beers and everything in between. People slowly realized, oh, this beer's got beautiful local raspberries from up the hill or some hops that were grown locally. The palates developed, the flavors developed, and here we are. Most of our customers knows our staff by name and vice versa.
Yeah.
We're so blessed with so much local support. At the end of the day, we get to work with our family and our friends.
Yeah.
You know? It's so special.
We were seriously spoiled for food here. Chicken nachos stacked sky high, beet hummus bursting with color and flavor, pretzel bombs oozing with cheesy goodness, a hearty meatball sub, and pork belly bao buns that were next level good. And just in case the taproom didn't win us over, their backyard sealed the deal. By nightfall, the place was buzzing. Clearly, this is the kind of Friday night hangout locals and travelers both claim as their own. All in all, Cannery Brewing delivered on both fronts. Great beer and equally delicious plates. A few hours later, with our never-ending appetites leading the way, we set out to explore more of Penticton's food scene.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and welcome to the Barley Mill.
Enter the historic Barley Mill Brew Pub, famous for its connection to Penticton's deep hockey heritage and hearty pub classics. A neighborhood staple since the 80s, it's the kind of place that instantly feels like home.
So you guys opened in the early 80s, you said?
Yeah, 82.
And then you started brewing in the
97.
97.
So they actually built the upstairs afterwards. So downstairs was a family friendly, and then they put in the brewery as well. This owner, Andy Verk, his thing is like he wants our beer here to have people come visit us in our home. It's definitely like a family environment. Like when you walk in, you feel at home.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day, you go to the Barley Mill because someone's gonna talk to you and brighten your day.
And you've been here for 10 years?
Yes, so since I was 19. Kind of a Barley Mill diehard. I think it's not only the people I work with, but the people I serve.
Yeah.
It's a family. Like I serve the same people every Friday at a certain time in my little section, and I'll see them religiously every single Friday.
Yeah.
Most of our staff here have worked here for a long time. One of the ladies that trained me, her name was Allie, she retired at 40 years. I think that says something all on its own. Okay, our Barley Mill Clubhouse is fantastic. Our fish and chips are really good.
Yeah.
It's made with our beer, and they make the batter several times a day, so it's consistently fresh, and you're gonna have to try the brew fries. They're our in-house lightly beer battered fries, and we serve it with our in-house garlic aioli dip, and they're addicting, that's for sure.
So is this place haunted then?
I like to think so. I don't like to be in here by myself at night. I don't know, but you definitely hear things.
After a full day of paddles, pours, and plates, we made our way back to the Balcomo to call it a night. It just wouldn't be right to spend all this time in Penticton and not explore the KVR Trail. We met up with Taryn for our e-bike adventure, while Freedom Bike Shop shuttled us to our trailhead.
How long have you guys been open for?
25 years now.
What's been your focus?
Getting people on bikes. Yeah, so selling, servicing, and we've always been renting as well. I'm a military brat, so we moved around all over the place, and that seemed to be my continuity wherever we went, is get a bike and ride. It's a lot of fun, and it's everywhere. You know, the bike is ubiquitous.
We're going to be using some e-bikes today. How long have you been kind of embracing them?
So at the shop, we've been providing them for about 25 years. It just gets people out there, and it really creates a lot more, balance, and especially in their mental health. An e-bicycle doesn't have a throttle and doesn't move without you pedaling. It basically just takes what you're doing and it amplifies you, but it's still very much a bicycle experience. It is fun, it's quite addictive. A lot of people I know have their e-bike and they still have their analog bikes too. And they're just different speeds and amplitudes of enjoyment. The unique biking opportunities of Penticton are you can bring your family or your entourage and everybody will have something to do. It's BC, it's Canada, there's lots to enjoy.
Absolutely.
Now, I'll admit that as a proud mountain biker, I was an e-bike skeptic at first, but I can't lie. These things are amazing and definitely worth trying out. Not too long into our ride, we came upon the Adra Tunnel, a true engineering marvel. We met up with Craig Henderson while there, a local expert with a long-standing connection to the region and the tunnel in particular.
When did this tunnel officially open to the public?
In the May long weekend this year. You've been waiting a couple of years for it, and various approvals needed to be done and safety checks, and so we're very grateful for the community group that pulled it all together. I think a lot of the story on the tunnel was that the labor that came here was from Southern Europe and Eastern Europe. So they toiled in here and they worked hard for 16 months, crews at both ends, and they finally met in the middle in April of 1914. They had to maintain the curvature, they had to maintain the grade, and they had conditions of extreme dark except for their little lanterns. And that's the cool thing about our hillside here. Within small areas, we have a lot of relics in the forest and signs of old work camps. The story I like is that we've had several heroes along the way, the guys that built this. Then we had a local group of mostly retired fellas, and their dream was to open this one day to people again, because over the years, collapses happened, there were a couple of fires in the tunnel, so we all lost hope that this would ever happen until this latest group picked up the ball and said, hey, let's study it further and see what we can do. They're our third group of heroes.
Back in the sunshine, our ride on the KVR truly began. With Taryn leading the way, we set off down the trail. After the start of a beautiful ride, it was time for a pit stop at the famous Hillside Winery for a tour and some insight into the land's deep-rooted history.
The Syilx word for Penticton is Penticton, which means the place to stay forever. It refers to the fact that the indigenous people who moved in about 7,000 years ago identified that this area was so bountiful that they could stay forever. They didn't have to move with the seasons, which I think also speaks to the perfect conditions for growing grapes. We're really grateful to be able to use this land that was stewarded by the Syilx people. This building was built in the early 1900s. The Riddle family planted an apricot orchard on this property. So it was run as an orchard until 1979, when it was purchased by Vera and Boemer Kokochka. They took out the trees and planted vines. And the group that bought it in 1995 started construction of the larger building. This apparently was modeled after a French grits mill. Several years ago, a geography professor from UBCO came with a group of her students to show them this winery because she feels that this winery mirrors the history of BC more than any other winery. Under vine, we've got 15 acres. Okay. We have roots that are probably reaching 20 feet deep. All of our portfolio has been 100% Naramata bench, sourced since 2013. We just decided that since the Mosaic, our biggest and best wine, was 100% Naramata bench, why isn't our whole portfolio, you know? So we made that switch. You're going to Abandon Rail after this, right? It's my favorite beer.
Is it?
In my life, yeah.
Oh.
They're really good people.
Just a short bike ride from the winery, and we were at Abandon Rail Brewery. With fruit trees surrounding the patio and a charming tasting room that overlooks a barley field, it feels like you've stepped into a painting.
So 2018, my wife and I bought the property. We actually live in the house behind us there on the other side of the barley field. My wife and I had just been wanting to do a brewery for quite a while. We actually came out to Penticton looking for a wedding venue when we saw this property for sale. We saw it was right on the KVR Trail, had a little rental house, had the tasting room, and we were just like, seems perfect. It was called the Trail Store before, and it has its whole history prior to us being here. Their big claim to fame was the apple slushies. We did keep a little bit of our apple orchard, but honestly, the apple slushies are such a hit that we need to buy a lot of local juice. I think a lot of people just remember this place as the Trail Store, and we just tried to keep that vibe, and we even hardly changed the tasting room other than adding on to it to kind of keep it the same. Part of being an agricultural brewery, so we're on agricultural land, just how the wineries around us, they all have to grow grapes. We have to grow the main ingredient in the beer. We were able to keep some of the plums and cherries around the tasting room here, and we just harvested our plums a few weeks ago, got them juiced, and we're gonna make plum Helles lager sort of thing. Same thing with the cherries. Peter being our brewmaster and his background in Germany, we've definitely leaned into the whole like German European style beer. Started out with our Märzen, which is a classic German beer. We had a German lager, and now we do make a hazy, and you know, we do make sours, but we try to keep that kind of European technique. We get along with the other breweries. We've made a group together. We're called the Penticton Beer Blocks. It's a very collaborative community. Everyone's always willing to help and share ingredients and do all that sort of stuff.
We obviously had to try their famous apple slushy, which is perfect after a hot day of biking. Their pizza is off-the-wall good, and we opted for some fruity flavors. With their prosciutto, blackberry brie, and spicy pineapple, it was the perfect balance of sweet and savory. We could have stayed here forever, but the trail was calling, and we had one more stop for the night. At Highway 97 Brewery, they're doing everything right. Great beer, great food, and great vibes. And the co-owner, John, is a character in the best way possible. You'll want to hang out with him all night long.
We started the company in 2016. We opened the brewery in 2017. We moved 3 years ago from a small little venue on Highway 97 to this location, hence the name Highway 97. And we loved it so much we want to change it. We're all about skiing, backcountry hiking, mountain biking, all those lifestyle choices. That's why we always say our tagline is take us on your next adventure. In my mind, beer has always been a key component to celebrating life. When you go for a hard day of skiing, best thing you can do is go to the bar for après ski. It's
the beer tastes even better.
Yeah, so good. My team was suggesting that we have more than just chips and salsa. I said, okay, well, if we're gonna have food, it's gotta be as good as the beer. You'll find that our food is phenomenal. Penticton's a wonderful community. It's got great community support. All the activities at your fingertips, climbing at the Skaha Bluffs, mountain biking at Three Blind Mice. You got a beach on both ends, the mountains on both sides. Everything you want is here in Penticton. It's a beautiful spot.
How dangerous is the threat of the Ogopogo?
Ogopogo is out there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you just have to spend a little more time focusing on the facts. And then you'll believe Ogopogo.
And now I gotta figure out if you're being serious or not.
Let's go have a beer.
How about some food to go with that? The French onion soup and clubhouse were easy choices, the ultimate après eats. Add in some wings and their famous Trans-Canada burger, and it was game over. Before finishing our tour of the Penticton beer blocks, we wanted to do one more walk around the beautiful Balcomo Hotel, where we stayed for our entire trip. Jessica, the general manager, has deep ties not only to this hotel but the greater surrounding area, with her family settling here in the early 1900s.
When my parents bought it in 1991, it was 52 rooms, so it was just flat roof motel in the front and then the section in the back, and it was one story. Once you're here, you don't realize you're still right in the heart of Penticton, and you're kind of in your own little resort. leaning into what we have is an open courtyard, and it kind of leans itself to more community. And the guests that have been coming here for decades have become friends. Even though like one lives in Alberta and another one lives in Seattle, they meet here year after year. It's very cool. This is the relaxation room. So the idea is you can come to the hotel and reset a little bit, even if you only have an hour or if you can spend the day focusing on some self-care. It's also where I like to have all my meetings from now on. It started as a salt sauna and then it turned into like a salt yoga studio or Pilates. We just wanted a space that you could just focus on yourself and have it be very peaceful. And then the salt wall, I mean, I've had some people lick it. Earlier this summer, I was walking around here at night and there was a sheet hanging from one of these balconies and they had a projector playing a movie and like 20 kids watching. I was like, oh, that's so perfect. We get a lot of like groups coming back year after year because it is so easy to kind of hang out and have different spaces. Very many iterations of renovations on this property. And my first one I was really young, the second one I helped with, and then this is my third one. So then I joke, I was like, well, maybe the next time it will be my kids.
Yeah.
We definitely do it for the love of it. It is a special spot. And it's funny because when I travel, I try to find places similar because it's just such a peaceful setting to kind of go somewhere that feels a little bit more homey.
The last leg of our tour started at Neighbourhood Brewing. Located in downtown Penticton, from the moment you step inside, it's clear that the vibe is all about fun. Their mission, to make world-class beer with personality. The space itself feels like an extension of the community. A 2-level tasting room with lots of cozy corners, a modern industrial vibe, and a menu that doesn't take itself too seriously.
The name Neighborhood, I think, speaks for itself. Just to be kind of community embracing and, you know, everyone welcome in the community and the neighborhood. It was started by 2 sets of best friends, Mike and I, who have grown up together, and my wife Jessie and Mike's wife Melinda. My wife and I came up to the Okanagan for the first time 17 years ago. Just really fell in love with the Okanagan, and the opportunity kind of came about to maybe do this. Penticton was our first choice because of how much we love being up here. Mike and I would say have been beer guys our whole lives. When Mike and I were both 30, we went to Europe for 2 weeks, ended up spending 5 days in Belgium. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. The beer style for sure took a little bit of inspiration from there. Food is what we call fun Mexican. It's not authentic, it's fun. We put tater tots in our burritos because it's cool. Yeah. We'd like to have fun and put things on the plate and in the glass that we would expect and what we would want when we go out. We are right in the middle of wine country. Everybody comes here to drink wine and they're pleasantly surprised when they get here and they're like, wow, there's 7 breweries. This is pretty cool. 5 years from today, I would love to see Neighbourhood continue to be a staple in this community. I think we've built a brand here over the last few years. I would like us to see us just continue to expand on that. That when you think Penticton, you think, hey, Neighbourhood Brewing, been there the last 3 years. They've been up there for the summer. We're going again.
With fun options like their easy drinking Problem Child Kolsch or their Way of Life Hazy IPA, Neighbourhood is the kind of spot where you come for a quick pint and end up staying for hours, chatting with friends and soaking in the atmosphere. Last, and certainly not least, Yellow Dog offers a special story. Their branding is inspired by the owner's beloved pup, and their back patio is affectionately called the Dog Park, the perfect place to unwind with friends, both 2-legged and 4. Walking in, you'll notice that they lean into the pub-style experience, with TVs, sports, a full kitchen, and an energy that immediately makes you feel welcome. The food here leans into the classics, smash burgers, flatbreads, and more. My favorite part? You can see them making the beer as you eat, reminding you that this is both an amazing restaurant and a working brewery.
So Yellow Dog is named after our first dog that we had together. He's the base of it. An old picture of him is the actual logo. His name was Chase, and that's why it's Chase My Tail. It's a part that always just lives with us. The old owners of Bad Tattoo approached me that they wanted to get out of the brewing industry and they knew we needed space, and so they just asked us if we wanted to take it over, and handshake deal and a few things, we figured out how to do it. We call the tasting rooms dog houses. I'd like to see a few more of those because I like to introduce people to the beer as much as I can because I think we make awesome beer. Our brewers, Liam and Darren, they have been with us since the beginning. We always try to have fun. We have rollover, play dead. We've done lots of different things over the years. And one of the things that we do for Yellow Dog is part of all proceeds go to BCSPCA. Right. That's my wife's kind of passion is, giving back to the community through the business. I think Yellow Dog this year will pass $1.5 million raised.
What attracted you to Penticton as a destination?
It felt to me like a town a little bit trapped in time. Little motels and pools and things that you remembered as kids, so there's some nostalgia to it. But I also think that it's a place that could room to grow. It's so beautiful, the people are great, community is good, and so we wanted to be part of it. It's got like a soul to it, and I hope it never loses that soul.
These spots are the perfect 1-2 punch combo. Add the fact that they are only a stone throw away from Okanagan Lake, and you have the perfect spot to grab a bite, hit the beach, and repeat. So that makes 7 out of 7 Penticton breweries visited. And let me tell you, these places know how to make an impression. The passion for craft and community is on full display and is absolutely infectious. We left with our spirits lifted and a deep appreciation for Penticton's brewing culture.
It's still got that small town charm with a sophisticated destination of the grape growing region, the restaurant, the culinary scene here, the brewery scene now.
You can try world-class wine, you can eat world-class food, and you can try world-class beer.
It has everything you need. It's beautiful. People come here to vacation and we get to live here. Like it's amazing.
There's so much activity here. It's paradise in Canada.
It's just a really nice kind of community.
There's just a quality of life you can't get in other places.
And it's full of people that try to look after each other.
The people is what make it special. I know who roasts my coffee, I know who bakes my bread, and we're all sort of in that all together.
People care. I can go anywhere and I'm gonna know someone and they're gonna ask me about my day.
After reflecting on our time spent here, we can definitely say that this is not the Penticton of our dreams. It's better. We witnessed firsthand that the community is dedicated to progress without losing what makes it special. The limitless hospitality and sights to see make us feel like we could explore for a lifetime. It's not simply a tourist town, it's something more. Bring your friends and enjoy the food, wine, and beer culture. Bring your parents and reminisce about vacations from your childhood. Bring your own kids and make new memories. So come here for a day, a week, even a month, because Penticton isn't just a one and done visit, it's the gift that keeps on giving.